Yo, 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 what's good? See what we talking about. It's Chris Wavy. This video is gonna be about Microsoft, future of Microsoft, future of Xbox. Not Microsoft per se, but the future of Xbox. Damn, there was an upgrade bench right in front of me. You're gonna see. I haven't played this game in about 4 or 5 fucking months, and you see there's an upgrade bench right beside me. Yet I didn't even go and look at it, but I died like 3 times. Like literally, I died like 3 times on this shit. But it's the only Xbox game that I have, or the only game that was exclusive to Xbox that I have on my PlayStation, because my friends didn't want to play Sea of Thieves. They didn't want to buy it. This was a game that I actually thought looked interesting when it came out, and I saw the shit around it. Grounded, I also was interested in, but I feel like that's run its course, and won't be able to get my friends to play that shit. And what was the other one? Pentiment or some shit like that? I don't know. That shit like ass. Not my kind of game. I say that. But you see what I'm playing? Or actually, I'm playing Hi-Fi Rush. That's the game that I'm playing in the background. And I just want to talk about, the state of Xbox right now. So just want to have a disclaimer. The console war. What the fuck? Why is there sound coming from my phone? The console war shit. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to take part in that. If you want to look at it that way, it'll give me some more attention. So that's on you. I've owned both brands. I've had PlayStation my entire life. My entire life, from PS2 to PS3, PS4, PS5. I also had an Xbox 360. That was the only time I ever had Xbox. I had both PS3 and the 360 during that time period. So, as you may or may not know, Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, came out recently, a little over a month ago, and said there are no red lines for any Xbox games. So last year, when the rumors came out that these 4 games were going to come out, it was kind of sure, whatever. And everybody was on both sides was like there's no way, especially the Xbox people, they were just like, fuck that, no fucking way in hell, right? But there were reputable people like Tim Henderson, Jazz somebody, I forget his name, it's like Core Jazz or some shit like that, on Twitter. He got a black and white profile picture. He even said it. He's like an Xbox guy. But we found out that it was just these 4 games. And Phil Spencer was asked about what games were coming to PlayStation and Switch. This is about a year ago, almost 10 months ago. The lady goes, she's like, he said, I'm not going to confirm the 4 games. You can find a clip out there. I tried to get it, but said the video wasn't supported. A bunch of bullshit. It really irritated me. So I got to fucking freeball this shit. But he says it's not Starfield. It's not Indiana Jones. That's what he said. The clip is from February, I want to say 24th, 2024. You can find it. He said it wasn't Starfield or Indiana Jones. Correct? And a lot of Xbox niggas were not happy when it was revealed at Gamescom. I think it was revealed in June or July that this game was coming to PlayStation, because he said that those weren't the games that were coming. Then a few weeks later, he basically didn't rule out the idea of them coming. You can also find this on the internet. And technically, he didn't lie. The lady said, are the games Starfield or Indiana Jones? Are the 4 games that are coming, are they Starfield or Indiana Jones? He said no, which was true, because we saw what games they were. They were all multiplayer games, and I think Pentiment is a single-player game. And this is also a single-player game, right? So to see that, and to see the article, no red lines, and you take the console sale numbers and everything, Game Pass is doing great. Game Pass is gonna be Game Pass. I mean, it's a subscription base. You just get games. You don't own them. You can't have them forever, because at any point they can just be taken away. Now you can say the same thing about PS Plus, Extra, and Premium, but when it comes to Essential PS Plus, those games you get, you claim them, you have them forever. You have them forever. And no new games are going straight to PS Plus. I mean, that's not true. Plucky Squire, but it's like indie games. It's not like fucking GTA 6 is gonna be on Game Pass. I don't even think it'll be on Game Pass on Xbox because what the fuck. But Black Ops 6, you know, it was on Game Pass and it sold more on PlayStation, which it should be obvious because like they're not paying for the game, they're paying for the subscription and getting the game. And honestly, I think, me personally, I don't really know much. I know surface level shit based on what I see. But me personally, I feel like Game Pass is what ultimately caused this shit to happen. 360, their exclusives were exclusive. Xbox One, I don't really remember what exclusives they had, but they were exclusive for the most part. Then Game Pass comes. I don't know exactly when it came out, but I remember hearing about it. And all I know is paying for a subscription. And I think there was like not an X point, but a method where you could just like pay like $1 and get these games. And that went on for like years at a time. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm fine with being wrong. But I could have swore you could just get $1 and cancel the subscription. And then still play the game, like at least for the month that you had Game Pass, like for a free trial type of thing. I could be wrong. I don't know the exact details, but I think I'm in the right part of the field. So I feel like that was a part of the reason that this shit even had to happen. Like you don't see PlayStation going, oh, God of War is gonna be on Xbox, or fucking The Last of Us is gonna be on Xbox. Like, no, that would just be dumb. Again, I'm not a console war nigga, but when you think from a business standpoint, it makes zero sense for you to put games, which games sell consoles. Because most of these other games, Black Ops, 2K, Madden, NCAA, GTA, they're cross-platform. They're on everything. So when it comes out to a console, basically you're paying for the exclusives. That's essentially what you're paying for. You're either gonna buy an Xbox for Halo, or you're gonna buy a PlayStation for God of War, Spider-Man. Like, you're buying for the exclusives. Switch, you're buying a Switch so you can have Mario Party, Mario Kart, Smash. You're buying it for those games because you don't get Black Ops 6 on your shit. So it's just like, I don't know what the plan here is. They have the everything is an Xbox like advertisement that's like going around. I guess I can't say I would ever want to play like anything on my Fire Stick. That would just be kind of weird. I don't want to play a game on my Fire Stick. Like, me personally, I just never want to do that. But now there apparently are no red lines, which means no red lines. And this is a pretty vague like response or like statement, especially if you go back to what he said in February about the games not being Starfield or Halo. He said they weren't the games that were coming out within that 4, but he never said they weren't coming out at all. So like the rumor, the factual statement is no red lines, but the rumor is that flagship exclusives won't come. So like Halo, Gears, like their legacy titles. But I highly doubt that. The problem is, right, you put these 4 games on PlayStation. They're old ass games. Everyone knows Sea of Thieves old as shit. How Far Rush I think is the newest one that they added. Sea of Thieves old, Grounded old. You put these games on PlayStation and they sell well. You see Sea of Thieves in the fucking pre-order. It's trending on the PlayStation Store under pre-orders, bro. Shit hasn't even launched because people are buying the games. Like, Microsoft is not gonna see, oh shit, put these games on PlayStation, let's see how they do. Oh, they're making fucking money. They're making us money. We're making money. They're not gonna see that and just stop. And anybody who thought that, you're a moron. Like, respectfully, why would you test something out. You're testing it to get results. Either it's gonna do well or it won't. And if it didn't do well, I'm sure they wouldn't have continued to go down this path. They spoke on it. They spoke on like all this shit a few months ago. There will be another Xbox console, but it probably will be the last, in my opinion. But I guess you could say that about PlayStation as well. Like, a lot of people are talking about PC this, PC that. PC is cool, bro. PC is cool for PC games. I'm not playing COD on my PC. I'm not playing fucking 2K on my PC. Like, I'm not playing GT on my PC unless it would be RP. I like playing the game on the console, bro. That's just the way. That's just the way I grew up. That's the way I am right now. We saw how much hype the fucking PS5 had. PS6 will get the same hype. Can't say the same for another Xbox because they're putting all their shit. Like, why would I buy this, right? Why would you limit yourself to buy an Xbox when you can get the games that they get and PlayStation games by buying a PlayStation? Because they're gonna put them on PlayStation anyway. That makes sense. Like, I just don't understand. I think it's a good thing. Like Halo Reach on PS5 would be kind of crazy. Like, I had a 360, so that's when I was fucking with Xbox. A lot of their exclusives have never moved me, especially with the Bethesda like acquisition. I've never played a Bethesda game outside of Hi-Fi Rush, but this is not a traditional Bethesda game. Like, I've never played Fallout, Elder Scrolls. I've never played any of that shit. It never like seemed appealing to me. Not saying that I never will, but as it goes right now, like, I don't have interest in playing those games, and I never had interest in playing those games. So them acquiring that wasn't a big deal for me. Like, it wasn't like, oh shit, now I gotta get an Xbox. Only thing that would make me get one would be if they got fucking Rockstar, and I know Rockstar not going for that shit. That's the only way. That's the only way. Until that happens, I don't think Rockstar will sell out to either fucking company. You play on whatever console you want. I'm just saying, logically, I think it makes the most sense to have a PlayStation, Switch, and PC combo. Because PC, you can get like Lethal Company and all that shit, and those games will come to console too. Like, they'll come to console, they'll come to Switch. Some of them might come to Switch, especially with the Switch 2 coming out. It's supposed to be so powerful. They're coming to other platforms. Those companies want to make money. PC and Steam is just easier to put fucking games on from like a dev standpoint. But if I'm gonna be able to just get Halo on my PlayStation, why would I buy an Xbox? Because everything is an Xbox. I guess that's what they're going for. I don't exactly know what the fuck is going on. I'm just talking about shit. I'm just chatting, and I wanted to just talk about this because it's just weird. Like, shit's getting weird. They haven't announced the next set of games, but it's been rumored that Flight Simulator and Forza are the next games, and apparently Forza has been ready, like, for the most part. But something, I don't want to misquote anything or just sound like, oh, my source told me that, and then my source is like Saul Goodman or some shit. Like, I saw it from Insider Gaming, ran by Tom Henderson, and I guess we're just gonna see what happens. They haven't announced the second set of games yet. We got Indiana Jones, that was an Xbox exclusive. Now it's on PlayStation, coming in the spring. Some people might argue the complete edition. I've seen comments about it being the complete edition. I'm not one of them niggas, because I'm not gonna say like whatever. But if there are any bugs and shit, they should be worked out by the time it comes to PlayStation in February. Or no, in spring. I don't know why I keep saying February. But yeah, man, times are weird. Play whatever the fuck you want on whatever console. Just, games aren't cheap. Games aren't cheap. Consoles aren't cheap. PCs aren't cheap. This shit ain't cheap, bro. This shit an investment. So if you're gonna pick some shit, you gotta make sure you want to play it. Don't go and sell your fucking Xbox because you're mad because their games are going to PlayStation. And don't sell your fucking PlayStation because they got The Last of Us after 10 years on PC. Like, play whatever you want. At the end of the day, one thing you do need is a fucking Switch. Nintendo will never fold. You'll never see Mario on PlayStation. You'll never see that shit on the Xbox. You won't legally see it on PC. Those niggas will never fold over Nintendo, bro. They'll never gonna. I can't even talk. They're never gonna fold. They're never gonna fold. You better buy a fucking Switch or a Switch 2, my nigga. You need something Nintendo in your crib. But on that note, I'm gonna end this bitch. Let me hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed, leave a like, sub up. Peace.